Live from Sweet Swine County, where every day is sweet, it's Split Hoof Tonight with Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. Hi, I'm Earl Silo, and now let's welcome Sweet Swine's one and only Cousin John.
Hey, thanks, folks. Great to have you here tonight with us on the episode number 15.
1-5.
1-5. That's a great thing. Hey, let's give it up for Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. Boy, I tell you what, Earl, those kids put on a good show, don't they?
Don't they, though?
You know, hey, Earl, the other day, I went up to old Martin County there in southern Minnesota, okay. and I was golfing, and I decided after golf I was going to go out, have me a cocktail. So I was driving around. I went downtown there. They got that American Legion there downtown, you know. Okay. And I go in there, and who do I see behind the bar slinging drinks but old Willie Odom. You know, he must have fallen on some hard times there at old Clem Johnson's feeds shed there, because he's got himself a part-time job down there. And, of course, you know, he's the guy that robbed my bank, you know, and all that. But anyway, he says, hey, Cousin John, come on over here. Try my new cocktail I just came up with. I said, okay, Willie, what do you got? He says, I call it the Osama bin Laden. The Osama bin Laden? Oh, what's in it? 2 shots and a splash.
Good one, Cousin.
Anyway, hey, you know, I was wondering why all of a sudden everybody's come to the realization here in the United States that we have a shortage of oil. I don't get it.
Me neither.
You know, it's got to be a geographic thing because, you know, we got oil in Alaska, coastal Florida, coastal Louisiana, all off the whole west side of the west side of the country there. We've got oil in Pennsylvania. We've got oil in North Dakota. They got that stuff down in the shale there. They can go in there and they say there's more oil there than there is in the Middle East. Wyoming, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. You know, I just think somebody forgot to check the oil. But I figured out what the problem is. All our dipsticks are out there in Washington. Anyway, folks, hey, we got a great show lined up for you tonight. But before we go off, we're going to take and see one of our residents that's found out what's going on outside Sweet Swine County. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, it is I, Patrick O'Shaughnessy, master storyteller. Perhaps you'll remember me. I'm writing a story about a wonderful small town called Emmetsburg, an active community located in the northwest corner of Iowa. It's a wonderful place to live and a great place to visit. The small town of Emmetsburg, Iowa enjoys a relaxed and family-oriented lifestyle. Listed on the top 100 places to live by Relocate America website, their rich Irish heritage is evident in the Blarney Stone received as a gift from the people of Ireland. Proud of their past, you'll find numerous repurposed buildings throughout town. Emmetsburg sits on Five Island Lake and offers all types of recreation, including a beautiful beach, campgrounds, fishing, and the beauty of nature. This pretty town also offers great community services, education, and medical care. Emmetsburg invites you to enjoy the beauty and peacefulness of their town. I must tell you they have some fine businesses too. Emmetsburg, Iowa, a beautiful town and the home of Five Island Lake.
Hey, folks, we're back. Let's hear it again for old Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. So, Earl, hey, we got a great show today. I'm really excited about it. got some really nice stuff here. Really can't wait to get started, but why don't you tell me and all the folks here in the audience and out there at home that what you're going to be doing this next weekend?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to. Matter of fact, I'd love to tell you all about what I plan to do the next time Earl steps out. Cousin John, you know, I've got some big news.
Really?
I'm going to attend a performance in a really big town, the really big town of Mankato, Minnesota.
Ooh, that is a big town.
Matter of fact, this flyer tells it all. The Mankato Symphony Orchestra will be performing a concert featuring some of the music of John Philip Sousa,
Ooh, the March King.
Tchaikovsky, among others. It's going to be held in the Riverfront Park in Mankato, Minnesota from 7 to 9 p.m. on June 25th.
Okay, coming right up there.
Yeah, and this could be considered a pre-4th of July performance, geared to get everybody in the mood and ready for the 4th of July.
Great.
Yep. And you know, you can find out more about this upcoming celebration performance at www.mankatosymphony.com. A local composer from Redwood Falls, Minnesota.
Now that's a nice town.
Yeah. Bruce Bednarchuk will have a piece of his called The Final March of the Tsar, performed that evening as well. Now, this piece will be dedicated to his grandmother, Helena Bednarchuk, who escaped from what was then known as Ukraine, while the Russian soldiers seized her family farm and murdered her family.
Ooh.
I know. Well, from there, she boldly and miraculously made her way to America through Ellis Island.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah. Oh, Cousin John, that local composer that I told you about, you know, it says that he's from Redwood Falls.
Yeah.
And well, that's why I'm going up to Mankato the next time Earl steps out.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, Earl, that does sound really great.
Like I say, Bruce is from Redwood Falls, and he's a good friend of mine.
Really?
So, well, yeah. And, well, did you know that he's got a summer home out there on Swine Lake?
Well, I got a place on Swine Lake right there at Moose Knuckle Point. Where's he at?
Maybe it's around the corner. I'm not real sure.
Well, that is a big lake, you know.
Yeah, but did you know this? Did you know that he's also written a song about the citizens of Sweet Swine County?
He's written a song about us?
Us. That's right.
Really?
Yep. And matter of fact, in honor of that song, I've prepared a video that's sure to be #1 in our Sweet Swine County's countdown.
Well, Earl, this isn't MTV, this is KLUK TV.
Okay, so it's a top 34 then instead of 40.
Okay, folks, here's the thing. We got a world premiere of the video. This is the name of the thing? Okay, folks, the world premiere on KLUK TV of the video, Sanity Says Goodbye to Sweet Swine County.
As the corn grows, there are people who live in the essence of pity. That's the very nature of this here little ditty. And these pillars of society are all just floating in some crazy dream. As the corn grows, Betty Thompson's the kitchen queen, but Mrs. Swanson wants to change that scene. Urban Katie is a farm girl now. California wouldn't have her anyhow. Cousin John and Lawyer Ed will stab you in the back if you turn your head. Don't turn your head. There's just a few reasons why sanity said goodbye to Sweet Swine County. As the corn grows, there are people who live in the essence of pity. That's the very nature of this here little ditty. Things unravel and things erode like an old washed out mountain road as the corn grows. Elmer Plow could keep us all safe if he could just learn not to hyperventilate. There's something different going on in his mind. He's a real man's man, so watch your behind. Prairie Ann is sadly misinformed, but she still reports for the Daily Bore. Ronnie P. Silage is a college man, know-it-all poet looking for another scam. You'll be floored to discover that Aunt Millie is Cousin John's lover. Give it up, girl, give it up. There's a few more reasons why sanity said goodbye to Sweet Swine County.
Wow, Earl, that was really something. You know, that kind of reminds me of something that Zimmerman boy from up there on the Iron Range in Hibbing there that did. But what did he go by? Bob Dylan. Yeah, that was it. He kind of did something that looked kind of like that.
Bob
Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
You've heard Bob Dylan.
He was a singer?
Yeah. Anyway, Earl, hey, it was a nice job. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hey, folks, we're going to bring in our first guest right now. He's from Olson Custom Farms in Hendricks, Minnesota. Please join me in welcoming Chad Olson. Welcome, Chad. Have a chair. Hey, Chad, welcome. Glad you could join us. So, how long have you been doing Olson Custom Farming? Is that
We started in the fall of 1992.
92? Well, that's quite a while. That'll be
It's 20 years.
20 years. Oh, that's a bunch. So, what made you decide to get into custom farming and harvesting?
When I started farming, I started milking cows, and I milked in an old barn for 4 years. Built my own new barn, remodeled barn on a farm that I'd bought. 63 days into that deal, the barn burnt down. I lost the barn.
Oh, God.
I lost all the cows, and at that time, I only had 200 acres to farm. Mm-hmm. And I needed a way to generate some income, so I bought a combine. I couldn't justify owning a combine for that few acres.
For 200 acres, right?
200
yeah.
acres. So I had a couple neighbors that said they would hire me if I bought a combine, and that's kind of how it started.
Oh, sure. So, what have you grown into? How many combines and employees and that you have now?
Well, it started with a one-man show, just myself, and as of today, we've got 65 combines and 50 to 60 employees.
Wow, that's a bunch. So, are your employees, are most of them from the Hendricks area there, or they come from all over?
We have 20 to 25 that are local people.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them have been with us for over 10 years, and we use foreign help. We use some South Africans.
Oh,
and
really?
They're here for 9 months out of the year. So this past year we've had 30 guys from South Africa here this past year, and they stay for 9 months out of the year.
So they know our type of farming or whatever? Or they pick it up quick enough?
It's a lot easier to get somebody that doesn't know how to do it my way. If I hire somebody like you that have been farming for 30 years, I can't break your bad habits. I can teach these guys to do it the way I want to do it.
Oh, I like that. So, do you have any nepotism involved there? Any family working with you? And that?
I've got my wife's with me every day, but I've got two brothers that work for me. One of them is a CPA and does all of our financial work, deals with all the bankers to make those people happy, and I've got another brother that works in our shop. He's a diesel mechanic.
Well, that's great. What's been like some of the biggest difficulties you've had in setting things up?
Well, some of the biggest difficulties is dealing with Mother Nature. We travel to Oklahoma and Texas, and we'll get there, and we've had years where we've sat for 20 to 25 days and can't turn a wheel, because of the rain. That's tough to do. It's tough to keep everybody happy when it's raining, when we can't work. Another thing is help. A lot of young help miss their girlfriends, they miss their mothers, and they want to go home. So that's kind of when we started using foreign help. If they go home, it's a long plane ride home, and they got to pay their own way home.
Right. So I'm assuming you make the big sweep every spring or fall, and you take your family along with you.
Yeah, I've got 5 kids, and they all travel with us. we'll leave as soon as school's out. We generally leave the farm when we're done planting. So end of May, we head to Oklahoma is where we catch up with the harvest. And I think my wife and kids enjoy it more than I do. They get to travel all summer.
Really? Oh.
They'll do swimming lessons in Oklahoma, or they've got something different in each town. I've met friends along the way, so they enjoy it.
So, like for most farmers like me, harvest time for me is like in the fall. So that's the time I get excited. That's when the money starts coming out of the fields. How do you keep yourself motivated during the spring and the summer and that type of thing?
Well, when I started harvesting, a month or two in the fall it was good income for us with a combine. And eventually when we went out on the road, I just kind of figured, if we can harvest for 6 or 7 months out of the year, it's going to pay for our equipment quicker.
So now I know I'm a little bit familiar with Hendricks, so I know it's not a real big place.
No, it's a town of 700 people.
Yeah, so you must have had some impact on the city, haven't you?
Well, everybody's supported us along the way, or I should say most people have. We try to do all of our business local, whatever we can do, no matter if it's all the guys are in town buying groceries, or the local fuel company, the local elevator.
So, I know your kids are kind of young now and stuff, but do you foresee them taking over the business in the future?
It's really too early to tell. I mean, my kids enjoy being out in the fields. They enjoy the traveling, and if it's something that they want to pursue someday, I'll help them, but it's not something I'm going to push them into. It's not a job for everybody.
Now, besides the custom harvesting and that, and then of course your own farm, is there any other businesses, endeavors that you've got going?
My brother Travis and I are in a partnership with a feedlot. We feed several thousand head of cattle, and so him and I partner on that. And recently, I've teamed up with a dirt contractor, and we've started a farm drainage business. Tiling.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, wish you the best of luck on that. So, what's your ultimate farming goal or business goal?
My goals have changed a lot since I've started. My first ultimate goal was always to be profitable and make money, but I'd say today is, if I can be fair with everybody, if I can be fair with my landlords so they're making money, if I can be fair with all the people I buy inputs from so they're making money, I guess that's really my goal right now.
Really want to thank you for stopping by and kind of filling us in on Olson Custom Farming. Is it possible you could stick around with us? We kind of do a couple things, have some reporters outside of our own county here to tell us things are going on.
Well, I'd love to, but I need to get back to the field.
You got combine's degree, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, let's give Chad a hand. Thank him for stopping by tonight. Thanks so much. Best of luck to you, Chad. Take care. Well, folks, right now, we're going to take a look from one of our reporters outside Sweet Swine County and see what's going on. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Hey, give me a mic. Thank you. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is your Our Story announcer, and what is to follow will show you some of the best places to go in Minnesota. To the best of our knowledge, nowhere in our country do they have a lifestyle equal to ours. Our towns and communities are what make us great. New Prague, Minnesota, is located 45 miles southwest of Minneapolis-St. Paul. It is especially unique for being located in both Le Sueur and Scott counties, with the county line dividing it into north and south. Originally settled in 1856, this charming community, steeped in a tradition of progress, has grown over the years to 7,000 residents. Here you'll find 12 municipal parks with playgrounds, walking trails, and picnic shelters. You'll also find athletic opportunities for recreation and relaxation with a community center, ice arena, a swimming pool, golf course, and ballroom. For 25 years, New Prague has hosted a half marathon and 5K race in May. The city also offers 5 schools, a hospital, and volunteer fire and ambulance crews. You'll find a thriving, historic society, a flourishing arts community, and active arts council. Surrounded by rich land and an agricultural heritage, New Prague celebrates Doshinsky, an old country Czech harvest festival, the third Friday and Saturday in September. The residents of New Prague invite you to visit or make your home in the picturesque town, steeped in a tradition of progress.
Folks, had a great show tonight. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Once again, this shows why this is the hottest ticket in town. Anyway, we're going to see you next time. It's been a great one. Good night, everybody.